Hello, everyone. Nancy here. So I am super excited. Well, one, as you can see, I'm actually in the middle of writing some email sequences. So I'm excited to take a break and actually jump on here and do a quick Facebook Live for you guys because one of my commitments is with BYB Agency and also with our new podcast, Entrepreneur Rescue Mission, is to deliver the content in multiple ways to make sure I cover all the bases, right? A lot of people like to learn by listening. A lot of people like to learn like this through video and explanation. And then other people like to learn just by reading. So I'm making sure that you guys get this content in all different forms. Plus it forces me to kind of show you guys what I do, a little bit behind the scenes. So this is my typical Monday outfit, my entrepreneur outfit. Scott, my fiance, is actually away in California, so I miss him very much, but it has allowed me to kind of expand my office space here. And you can see my helper right here. My little helper is right next to me. So anyway, we're going to jump right into it. What this is I created a mini series and it's all about how to build your business online. And it's broken down into short little bite-sized digestible pieces. And the first episode is all about branding, which is what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, is branding your business. And you can also listen to the podcast. If you're in your car, I put the links in the description there and you could just listen. It's 6-minute little bite-sized episodes. And I even created a checklist that you can download and follow along with us each week, which is on our website, which is byubagency.com. So definitely check that out. It will not be up there forever, but the checklist is pretty meaty. It's one of those like really great downloads that's really going to help you stay on track and build your business along the way. So anyway, now that we're talking about brand, right? We're talking about building your business brand. Brand is going to be the image that people observe about your business. It connects your customers and prospects. It just really is a good idea to really build your brand in such a way that not only do you appeal to your target audience, but you also make it, it shows who you are. Because for those of you out there who are starting a business, that you're not going to want to work with everyone. You're going to want to work with people that you can obviously help and give a lot of value to. So hiding who you are and not being yourself whenever you're branding is one of the first mistakes a lot of people make. So that's my first tip right out of the gate, is just make sure that when you're building out your branding, stay true to who you are. I'm sure many of you have seen my branding. I love kind of like some goofy stuff. I've incorporated some video game, pixelated images because that's something that, I'm fun. I'm pretty laid back. I love to work with clients and honestly, like just do amazing things for their business. But I like to also have fun and, have that creativity and show that side of myself as well. So anyway, so I'm going to go through this checklist just like I did on the podcast. And I'm going to walk through the different things that you can do. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is give you guys some extra little gold nuggets that I think are going to help really kind of give you some inspiration for your branding. So I'm going to walk through the checklist and then I'm going to drop those little gold nuggets. So anyway, the first step is I've identified my business vision and mission. My branding decisions must remain true to my vision and mission in order to provide a consistent and comprehensive image to prospects and customers. So that's the first step, right? You want to make sure that you have a vision and a mission, right? What is it that you're setting out to achieve in your business? Just to stop there, if you can't think of, if someone says, hey, what do you do in your business? Or what kind of services do you offer? And you're like, kind of struggling to piece together what it is exactly you do, I would just stop here because you want to get your little elevator pitch, right? You want to get your little spiel of this is exactly what you do. So it's crisp, it's clear, and it's going to be in all your messaging as your vision, your mission for anyone who, lands on your website or reaches out to you. So just make sure that you have that. The next is I've identified the colors that best represent the brand that I want to portray. These colors embody the vision and mission of my business along with the message I wish to convey. So One little gold nugget I have there is if you are trying to rack your brain, right? You're like, "Ah, I don't know what my favorite colors are, or I don't know what colors would appeal most to my target audience." Check out Pinterest. A fun little tip is you actually sign on to Pinterest and you can type in, uh, brand ideas or, mood board ideas, and it'll come up with tons of different font types. It'll have a bunch of different colors, color schemes that you can click on, and it just gives you that inspiration. This is how I've actually done anytime I give that advice to business owners, that's the first place I send them. I say, go check out Pinterest, see what kind of inspiration you get from that. And we can actually create a board, and then you can have interaction between, you and clients, obviously, to determine what brand and colors that they like. So that's the first recommendation there. So the next one is I have a solid understanding of who my target audience is and understand what their needs, interests, and goals are. I know my branding efforts influence my unique target customer. So again, just as I mentioned up in the elevator pitch portion, is just make sure that you know what your target audience needs, right? Because this is going to really affect not only your messaging on your website, on your sales copy, on whatever you're putting out there. It's really going to affect like so many different things. So make sure that you have that buttoned up as well. The fourth is I know what differentiates me from my competition. I know what value I bring to my prospects, and I can answer the following questions. How do you benefit your clients? Why do they like you? And why do they buy from you? So again, no brainer there. Fifth is I've created a logo or hired someone to create a logo for me that conveys my brand in a way that is simple and easy to understand. My brand colors are used in the logo, and the logo supports my vision and mission. So there are a lot of different options for logo creation. You can go on a lot of Facebook groups and research graphic designers who are on there. There are some people I have come across that do incredible work. And if you have the budget for it, please, these artists this is what they eat, sleep, and breathe. They do logo creation, and they're able to go back and forth with you and get just a logo that you're going to love. And think about it. The logo is going to be on everything. The logo is such an important part of your branding. So please make sure that you put attention into that. Now, if you're a little bit more on a budget and, there are options where you can do it yourself, or you can hire someone on a site such as Fiverr, which is Fiverr. So Fiverr ranges anywhere from, $5 from a simple logo all the way up to $120. And that's actually what I use to create a logo for one of my service businesses. They did a phenomenal job. I mean, I was able to kind of explain briefly what I was looking for, and they nailed it within the first, the first thing, but they were a little more on the expensive end there. And then if you wanted to create a logo by yourself using your skills and creativity, you can go to Canva, which is canva.com. What you're going to do is you're going to choose, they have all different templates. And guys, this is free. Canva is the best thing ever if you've never used it. But you go on canva.com, you pick out the template that's for logos, and you can go through and see what different logos that they have. They have a lot of clip art and a lot of images that are royalty free. You can use them all day long for your logos and whatnot. There's other sites such as Pexels that you can use, and you can research a few other ones as well. But anyway, you can create your logo just by doing that. But one little tip, and I didn't learn this until later on, that when you go ahead to save it and you download your logo, make sure you choose transparent background. So it makes it so that logo is perfectly cut out, and you can put it on pictures, you can do branded quote tiles, you can add it to all of your content. So again, Canva is just fantastic. So if you want to go, like I said, the lower budget route and attempt to do it yourself, have fun. I created my logo for BYOB agency. It's a fun bunch of animals I kind of rearranged and had fun with it because, again, I wanted to kind of bring out my personality and my love of animals and pets. So anyway, definitely check that out. Next is I've developed a brand purpose, a statement that highlights what I provide the market, how my business is different, and what makes my business distinct. The next is I've created a brand personality, a statement or list of characteristics that best describe my brand. My brand personality embraces elements of my personality so that I can create a stronger connection with my audience. A stronger connection results in a stronger brand. So again, this is going back to what I said about being yourself. It's okay to be yourself whenever you're doing this, because if you stray too far away from who you are, you're always just holding back and you can't be real. And you have that sometimes, right? Sometimes I see it where people try to be so perfect in their business that they feel they can't show so much of their personality and their selves. And what happens is they get burnt out at a certain point because they just don't want to post anything because they're overthinking everything. You got to let your personality out. You got to be yourself, and you got to just get yourself out of there. So if I can do it, you can do it too. So there's that. The next is I've created a brand promise, an emotional statement that connects prospects to my brand and company. My brand promise and message both evoke a positive emotion. So stopping there, I wanted to add in the description. So I gave you guys a link to an article that I read, and I actually did a training. It was a big like mentorship training where they talked about building your brand, and they talked about your brand archetypes. And there's different brands that everybody has. And they said usually companies and businesses and people have about 3. So after doing a quiz, I took a quiz on a different site. I got the 3 different brand archetypes that I am are lover, alchemist, and muse, which again, aren't going to mean much to you without knowing what that means. But on the article that I attached here, I found out that I am the lover, the magician, and the creator. So you can definitely check out that article and you can kind of read through each one. Again, I'm the lover, magician, and creator. And you'll kind of see how the bits and pieces will fit into the overall business and brand and what that looks like. Because I am a very creative person. I thought it was very fun, like doing one of these activities, because I found that, being creative and being a creator is so ingrained into what I do. And then obviously being a lover, like I'm super, firm on my beliefs of, being kind, and going through the filters of, is it truthful? Is it necessary? Is it kind? In almost everything that I do. So that was really cool that came out. And the magician was kind of cool. And it was similar to the alchemist, which is I got in the other training. Thought it was really cool because I am kind of a brainiac sometimes. I'm very analytical. So I love to take stuff and really just, digest it and break it down and make it, different steps and stuff like that. So anyway, there's that. And then the next step is I've created a list and a plan for each medium to consistently integrate my brand into various branding opportunities and marketing efforts, which include social media profiles. So when you start to build your brand, right, and I'm trying to explain this to you guys in such a way that it's not super overwhelming, right? We're talking about a different thing each episode. So Thursday, I think we're covering like just the basics of getting started with your business from a financial standpoint. But what I'm talking about now is just like, let's say you sign up for a Facebook page and you want to put your logo up there, right? That's going to be branding. You want to choose a cover image. That's going to be branding. You're going to want to update your website. You're going to have branding on there. You want to have your elevator pitch, or you want to tell people what it is that you do. This is all part of branding and making sure you have that consistent message across the board. So when you break these things down, do each of these steps. Even though a couple of them sounded kind of repetitive, do it so that you're more comfortable in what it is that you offer and what your business is all about. So you can do it, like I said, you can also have it in your blog, your email signature. Sometimes people forget about that, but having a little logo there, your phone message, and then just how you network with people. So even on LinkedIn, Instagram, different things like that. So your branding is going to be a big deal, but it's a great place for you to start and just basically put your arms around your business and say, hey, this is me. So again, your brand is who you are, what you represent, and what makes you and your business different from your competition. Spend time creating your business brand and working through this checklist to ensure a comprehensive and clear brand, a brand your prospects won't be able to resist. So everything that I mentioned can be created on Canva. You can do it yourself, or you can hire a virtual assistant or a graphic designer to do any of these things for you as well. This is something that, I actually have fun with, myself kind of playing around with different brand ideas, but also check out Pinterest, see if you have some inspiration on there. Maybe there's something that, it's a color combination you never thought of, but boom, there it is, and it looks awesome. Also, when you're using Canva, do something. I want to make sure I get the name of this right. So when you go to Canva, search in templates, search for mood boards. It's going to bring up some samples on there as well. And it gives you the ability to actually drag and drop and change colors while you're in there. So you can build out your brand board and your mood board right on Canva, and you can have it and you can save it so that anytime you do hire someone to help with maybe your branding or help with social media, posting content, things like that, you're going to have that foundation so that they know what font you like, they know what colors you like, and then they have some sample graphics as well that they can incorporate. So just again, these are just some tips, things that have worked for me, and have really helped. And I think that is what I wanted to cover. Yep, and I got your links over here. So again, this was first episode of our mini series, which the podcast came out today. It's all about building your business online. And the first episode was all about branding. So please check that out. Download the checklists. Trust me, it's a game changer. It's something that even if you're advanced in your business, you've been doing this for a little while now, it's a great place to recalibrate and make sure that you have all those bits and pieces. Because a lot of times when you hit that roadblock or you hit that wall, there's a couple things you might have missed, or you could go back and kind of revamp a little bit early on whenever you're building your business. So hope this helps. Hope you enjoy and have a great rest of your day. See ya.